How to create a retargeting campaign on the Google Display Network. That's what I'm going to show you in this video. And you've got to make sure you watch to the end of the video because I'm going to show you how to exclude mobile apps from showing up in your retargeting campaign so that you don't waste money on inadvertent clicks in mobile apps. All right, so let's go into my account and I'm going to show you right now. So here we are in our live Google ad account, and as mentioned, we're creating a display retargeting campaign. To be clear on what we're going to be doing, we're going to be sending traffic to this challenge page, and then in the hope that people purchase a challenge and then they land on this thank you page. So I'm going to assume that you've already set up conversion tracking for the people who land on the thank you page, but this is going to be our landing page. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're in our live Google ad account. We're going to hit plus campaign and create a new campaign. It's going to ask me what my objective is. You can choose sales or leads. However, really starting out, I like to create a campaign without a goal guidance because this is going to give me all the available targeting options to me, which I can then edit. So I choose that one and then click display. It's going to ask me what conversion goals really are applicable for the campaign that I'm creating. Now, this is pulling this from my conversion tracking section. So obviously I have a lot of conversion events. So if you find in your account there's some conversion events that you don't really want Google to be optimizing for that particular campaign you're running, you can remove it. So for example, if I just grab this one, I can remove this goal. That is not going to remove it from conversion tracking. It's just going to remove it from kind of what Google's optimizing for with their performance in terms of that goal. Okay, so just to show you an example, so then we click continue. I'm going to choose a standard display. You do not want a smart display. And we can just put in our website here, but I will be specific as to the landing page, so I'm not too concerned about that. So I'm just going to call that, and we'll just call it new, and then we click continue. I'm going to start a new one because I've got some old drafts. Okay, so then we need to choose our location targeting. Bear in mind, this is going to be a remarketing audience, so the audience is going to be already smaller than a cold traffic campaign. So if we do our location targeting too narrow, we're going to have an even smaller audience. So think about that when you apply location targeting. Some people don't do all countries and territories because it's a retargeting audience. I don't really like that. So I'm just going to sort of go quite broad, and I'm going to say United States. I might say Canada. And I might also look to exclude certain locations. So perhaps I want to exclude Australia, which is where I am. And I go exclude. And then you can see here it's got my target locations as well as my excluded locations. Okay, so then we scroll down. English is fine. More settings. Okay, the ad rotation. You may want to set this to do not optimize to, and therefore Google will rotate your ads indefinitely. This is really if you're actively managing an account as opposed to you want Google to decide which is the best performing ad and really skew the impressions towards that. But so that's what this setting's about. So I'm going to leave it as is. Ad schedule all day. Devices, you might decide that you want to turn off mobile perhaps or tablets. I'm going to leave it as is to show on all devices, but that is where you would make that change. And all day, that's fine. Cool. And I want to exclude my content from showing up on sensitive content. Okay, cool. And then we click next. We need to give our campaign a daily budget. Starting out, or just in this campaign creation process, I do like to set my budget to be $1, just so that, you know, I guess it's an extra layer of insurance. Google's not going to go crazy, but obviously you would be changing this, but you can set it whatever budget you want. And here is where we need to choose our bidding. Okay, starting out, I do suggest manual CPC bidding, especially if you've got a new account. If you've got a well-established account that's getting a lot of conversion tracking going through the account, you may look to do target CPA bidding. I actually do have a video on my channel about bid strategies. I'll put a link to that in the description. So be sure to watch that before you choose target CPA bidding. But for now, as I said, I'm just going to do manual CPC bidding. And this is just going to help me control my costs. And I'm also going to deselect this enhanced CPC because that is enabling Google to go higher than my manual maximum CPC. So I'm going to put in my bid of, let's say, 50 cents, just for an example. This is where we need to do our targeting. All right, so this is where we're going to be selecting our retargeting audience. So that lives in audience segments. I'm going to go to browse, and then it's going to be in my data here. So click on your data, website visitors, and obviously I have created my audiences already. So they are available for me to use. So I'm just going to grab my 180-day audience, click done. And this is a sneaky setting by Google, so watch out for it. It says optimized targeting. If I open this up, this is basically Google saying Google may find people beyond your targeting signals. So then suddenly your retargeting audience is not retargeting anymore. So you want to deselect this because I don't want Google to go beyond my targeting signals. And then we click next. And this is where we get to the fun part of creating our ads. The default setting is to create a responsive display ad. So we have to create a responsive display ad for now. So I'm just going to grab this URL because this is going to be where I send the traffic to. Okay, and as you can see here, Google is automatically previewing what my ad will look like. Okay, so I'm going to give follow these prompts. So teach traffic is my website. And this is where I can add up to 15 different images that they can possibly use. So I'm going to review these images. So it's taken this, I don't know where it's grabbed this from my website, I guess. Oopsie. And I want to deselect this. And I've got some already in what's called my asset library that I've uploaded already. But if you're brand new to this, you can either put in your website here and it will scan your website for images that you could possibly use, or you can upload an image as well. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to upload some images to use. And here you can see I've uploaded a bunch of different images of different sizes. And then I'm going to click save. And then you can see the images are uploading here. And it will, as I said, change the preview here so I can have a look at what it looks like. So I now need to, I've got my logo already, and obviously you would upload your logo the same process. I've done that already. And here is where I need to put in up to 5 different headlines. Okay, so I'm going to do that now, as well as a long headline and up to 5 different descriptions. Okay, so I'm just going to pause this video real quick while I do this so you don't have to watch me do this. So here we have, I've got 3 headlines, so 14-day retargeting challenge, retargeting tutorials online, etc. I've got a long headline, learn retargeting on multiple platforms in this 14, whatever, you get the idea. And I've done just 1 description, and if you want to add more, you just keep hitting that plus button. Okay, so I'm going to click create ad. And you can add more than 1 responsive display ad, that's fine, but just for the purpose of this video, I'll just create 1. And then I'm going to click next. And it's going to ask me to review my campaign settings. So, yep, so it's a display and 2 target locations. I'm going to give my ad group a name. So I like to call my ad group whatever is the audience that I have selected. So I'm going to call it 180 day. And everything looks good. So I'm going to go publish my campaign. And here is my campaign. Now, as mentioned in my intro, You do need to prevent your ads from showing up from mobile apps, or at least I like to do that for my retargeting campaign. So I'm going to go into the ad group, and I'm going to go to content, and I'm going to go to exclusions, and I'm going to edit ad group targeting. And I'm going to go to ad targeting placements, and here is where I'm going to exclude my placements. It's quite hidden. So app categories, I'm going to select this one, and then I have to select all of these Apple Store app categories. Okay, and this will hopefully prevent our ads from showing up from all those mobile apps that result in a lot of inadvertent clicks that waste you a lot of money. Okay, so there we have it. Cool. So if we just go real quick, display campaigns here. Here we have our new one that's just been created. If I go here into the ads, it's going to say pending under review, and it should take about 24 hours for it to be reviewed, and then your display campaign will be live. So there you have it. That's how you create a retargeting campaign on the Google Display Network. If you like this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up icon and subscribe, because we have lots of awesome videos coming your way. Thanks for watching.